I'll be showing you guys my live trading session I took with the Novo Legacy community. And if you guys want access to that, it is in the link in the description. But I'm just doing this so you guys can get a live representation of my thought process as I'm looking at how far our candle is reacting, how we're sweeping the high and lows, and how we can execute upon both of these movements. Now, this entire stream was really good because it caught a lot of opportunities and a lot of them actually played out even going to the next week. Just a quick illustration of what we look for. If you guys haven't gone through the previous videos on the far candle close and the daily time frame bias, go watch that. It's going to be extremely helpful to you guys and help you get a lot more clarity with your trading. But simply, this is our 5 a.m. far candle. There are three main candles that are printed each day on our far time frame: 1 a.m., 5 a.m., and 9 a.m., then 1 p.m., 5 p.m., and 9 p.m. We focus on those AM candles. Our 5 AM candle, I want price to sweep either one of these points. If it sweeps the low, we're looking for price to reverse, play into some sort of Peter Ray that has volume, right? You guys want to understand the volumetric info. You can get this indicator called Flux Charts Price Action Toolkit, and you enable all your Peter Rays and the volumetric info. We don't want to be playing guesswork with a ton of order blocks in different zones that conflict our bias. We want to use the ones that have the exact amount of volume that we need to trade. So once you have that fully confirmed, you then enter your trade and then you trade to the opposite side of liquidity. And now, once again, these are pivot points. So if price reaches this area, it'll look to trade back down and make this area as its strong liquidity. Now, you guys understand this as you go into the live stream. That's just a very basic understanding of this. Once again, this is our entire Novo CRT/CIT checklist. That is in the first link in the description. You guys want full access to that. Now, enjoy this full live recording. I sped up some moments where it was just sort of slow, and I tried to add a few chapters for like the key moments. It's 9:25, about to be 9:30, so we're gonna watch out for that 9:30 candle that prints out. Today is a really good day in terms of setups. It's a ranging day, so it's quality fast CRT setups. Also, Nasdaq has these beautiful manipulation wicks on either side of the range. So direct protocol for these days is that we do not touch anything within here up until we see a sweep of either side. When price sweeps one of these sides, we're going to trade down towards the low sides or the downside then upward. Okay, gold as well. Gold, I didn't want to see it. Honestly, anything it does, I would take that. If if it's looking to sweep above first, we might take the first short lower. I do expect it at least be taken out of a trade, at least one. Like price moves down and there's like a resweep moves back up and then move down low. Okay, that's also something I've been seeing this week. There's a lot of resweeps on our CRT, especially the most famous one would have been on FOMC day. We had price show us, it just kept on sweeping the low points, right? The first sweep was around 9.3. I don't trade the 9.3 sweep, but we can see that one came down. They had another move up and then came down again. So we had like two sweeps before we had the actual move to the upside, which was at FMC. But there was a lot of liquidity. So these manipulation wicks were of high concept. I did say that we want to see this getting swept out in some way or form. Now I also do have this low point. So that's also something of interest that I'm looking at. And then, yeah, here we go. So just going to see how today plays out. It is, as I said, a really good day for price to play out here to the downside. There's no opening day gaps or Nasdaq gaps, which is good to see. Yeah, so that's pretty clean price action. Just a little weird overlapping candle there. Gold as well. Gold's been dumping, right? But I yeah, gold's been dumping. Honestly, I do see gold moving higher because it's been going into real discount, right? And this is like the main move that sort of spiked up gold and that's sort of just rebalancing down lower. I'm honestly okay with it doing that, but I want to see if it has a probability not to move higher. We had a really crazy wick yesterday that pulled price back up here off of this FEG. So I want to see how price plays around here and if that can bring it back up. Which currently is just a thing of if it does hold. Let me just quickly see the retracement here. So I'll just go from the side towards the slow. Okay. So let's see what today brings. We had some really good setups this week. I am it's good to know that we took advantage of some of them. Today's the last day. It's Friday today. Friday also, I am expecting a PM move. I'm definitely expecting some sort of PM reversal just because I've seen it happen so many times. It's not like I'm not saying that it has to happen. I'm just saying there is a probability of this happening. So I'm also keeping myself aware of that. So I actually want to write that down on my notes for the day. Yeah, on my chart, just keep myself aware. Is there a need for me to do this today? I would say no, because these I wouldn't regard this actually as manipulation moves, honestly. It just clean movements to the upside. But let's see, 9 p.m. reversals also. Now it could be like a move that happens, but we're expecting like times in the 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, right? 11 and 12 further on. These type of times I would see that's like the NYPM reversal times. But for now, just gonna keep on watching out what we get here. Managing our risk is normal. Today I'm gonna keep static risk, honestly. Just keep it normal. Okay. So I'm gonna just watch price now. Not really much for me to set on my forefront what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna allow this to see it forward. Okay. Okay, so just disrespected. Yeah, trying to disrespect this FEG, so watch out on this. I do see a lot of up down push. Let me kind of moving low here. This could just be liquidations for these lows to high lows. So yeah, price could just want to take out these lows. But I think this is alright. What time is it? 9:56. Close to 10. I think we're going for 10 o'clock to actually enter. I think we're for 10 o'clock. So yeah. Uh, that's all what I want to take this to move. Price is definitely making it. It's slowly inching towards how I want to enter. Showing me that the ideal thing that will go before entry. Once we can keep on holding this candle to push down lower, that would be ideal. This candle lower, just about the high there. Then just to allow that candle to hold out there, like flip into bearish. I thought this next point. Like this is definitely what I'll go for. Like a first entry. Yeah. So I'm just gonna I can't even think about it. Okay, so we've done our part and now I'm just gonna try to do this part. Yeah. Right there. And if it needs to some pushback because that was a really strong move, so this is probably gonna be a bit of pushback to draw back price. Quickly retrace. So just getting this for the people who want about live stream. But also show what I'm in. Okay. It's pretty similar to yesterday's setup, honestly. First week that there is taking that and just letting it do its thing, ideally. um, okay, so let's see how price tracks on this trend line because it could be a possible bounce here, up and down. The price will be big here, so I was just watching that. But we don't have a very good, we are difficult to have a very good macro related today. First macro does the accumulator sweep. Then the second macro is one that follows the distributor continuation. So we're definitely seeing that being a play maybe on gold. I mean, gold, what is Nasdaq doing also? Okay, not yet. Still gonna wait there. We have four candles. What are we doing? Four candles. Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah, we did have a very strong four candle just before. But 5 o'clock. Yeah, that's 5 o'clock right there. Usually with this also strong sweep, a lot of time price likes to like give a lot of pushback at the 30 sweep also. I think the last we had when gold just started pushing crisp 30 was right as it's yeah, start to push back here. So at least protect this before price goes fully up. Like protect the stop or reduce it. Okay. Right. Yeah, that's our counter trend CRT there. Let's come for these areas right now. And we've completed everything on our checklist here. Start T-sweep, liquidation model, quick return to the range, CISD, the break block, and then close below since it's a sell. This one CIT, and then there's currently no liquidity against us. So yeah, so we've done anything now, but anything else externally in terms of variations. I'll use our country model that's going with that FUG. What could we be doing wrong here? Possibly not much really. I don't think that disregards the setup. There's this overall bullishness I do want to see getting fulfilled though. Whatever we be doing, the type we've been selling off, so probably Friday has a bullish reversal. The game session, that's also something. Okay, so looking at again. Right. So seeing a bit of pushback on gold. We are just about to end off. No, it's about 4 minutes till the second macro news session close off. But when is this pushback? Pushback's happening at 10 o'clock. Yeah, pushback at 10 o'clock usually means that we're going to start the reverse for the new session. But I'm already in this, so I'm just going to let this do what it needs to do. It's the first trade of the day, so we will let it play out as it should be. And not really, I don't want to change the TP honestly. I'm going to go straight for the CRT low. Yeah, I'm actually okay with that. So let's do this thing. If you see another entry some other way, then we'll capitalize off that. If you see anything after that, then we just end off. But either way, our price does here, we good. I think it's taking some there. Okay. So we took out one of these lows here. Right. Which low do we take? We took this low. This is a pretty prominent low. We took out this major wick here. Hmm. Quite honestly, there's a lot of this going on here. Yeah, I honestly think there's a lot more in it to push down lower. So I'll set this move here down. Because it goes up back down. It's been a pretty common move I've seen also on gold. Let's do this week. Okay. Yeah, so just got the sweep here of this sweep, and then we were waiting for this break block. This FED to inverse. Break block it. I already got that. You said, let me just quickly check something out here. Okay. Let me see, Marsha. But you say you also just entered the gold trade? Yeah, so if gold pulls back up here, okay, I'm just quickly protect this position. Okay. But yeah, so we'll just have this shot here. See. All right. So now it's coming up. It's not coming up yet. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. Right, so there we go. Pull this down, yeah, because definitely could expect some pushback on the CRT being swept, yeah. Anything popped up on the Discord now? Okay. Okay, so it's still there? Okay, good, good. Let's see. I'm also waiting for the super low subdivider just when like just reduce my SL because remember the last move that we took with the major move downward in once in like 2 minutes on gold? Then right off I just started to buy up, so I'm also looking at that potentially happening today. But I'll just reach this yellow. I'm gonna just close off everything here. Not really much to hold. Okay. So yeah. Because also in the other session yesterday we pulled into this FEG right here and gold just kind of holding this aggressively. So I want to see if I can still play through the upside potentially. And it is also it is Friday, so I'm expecting some sort of Friday reversal. Usually on Fridays like this, major reversal that happens. I'm just waiting on for that. Let's see. Nasdaq, we're just waiting for the the CRTs to actually be met. Just because of how we start the session here, we start off with a manipulation on either side on the high and the low point. So I'm not really focusing on this range here until we get it's a clear day. So yeah, this is like the ideal day. We had good setups, but they weren't as clean as this start of the day. Even FMC, they kind of really struggle to get entry with FMC because there's like gap fills, manipulation wicks, 9-3 sweeps, everything that I don't really like to see. But we finally pulled back there during the meeting. But these days is clear. Low time frame, you're just seeing a range, so you know you're gonna just trade the CRTs. Literally, so that's the first CRT they filled. Let's see if we can get the second one here. Gold. Time is that? 10, 15. All right. Okay. That's pretty good. 10, 15 sweep. Okay. Just go super previous macro. And what is silver showing us? See if it's silver. Oh, there was nowhere near as far as gold. Definitely, one is definitely lagging. And we're getting S&T of these low points here. Get this low at 910. And we'll see on. Okay. So we're opening back up here. See if this can hold. 20 time frame. I think I can wait 18 seconds for this to close above. That was CRT there. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of pretty much just breaking it. Okay. So now it's this movement here. Focusing on your arm. So probably here then, I guess. How deep is the sweep in the 15 minutes? This is like a 15-minute turtle sweep. Yeah, we're just playing with this break block, yeah. Holding up there. I want to sell price. If I can play this FEG. Let's just stay. Cannot really happen yet because this can hasn't closed. But, yeah, something like this for the second one. Maybe back. Okay. That's a double sweep. Okay. Okay, now we're seeing how to play a part in something. Okay, which is your T. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I want this to hold above your. I guess as long as it stays around that area. Okay. Okay, now Nasdaq is doing the sweep. We're gonna bullish sweep, which is good because honestly Nasdaq has been bullish the entire week. I don't want to go against that. And we finally stopped at that London low point there. That's a strong candle. I want to see if we can see if there's an impulsive break maybe where price is gonna try and come back up now. And sort of like trap all the former sellers. Possibly move like that, but we need to see like a really good reverse trigger. I don't want to jump into it though. And see as I can. There's definitely a lot more movement today. A lot of decisions this week have been very slow. This is probably like the fourth decision we've had. And besides the S&P at the highs, yeah, Nasdaq and S&P just moving one to one, both made a sweep right now. Let's start Nasdaq chart. I see the 1 hour. Honestly, Nasdaq bullish right now. He pushed up, yes, and then struck again. They pushed up. I think it's like the real origin for this major move to the upside now. Broke this high point finally. I let's see if price holds this. There's two ways that this candle can be reacted to. You can either have the move that kind of just starts to pull back up here from this massive lower, or you can just super this candle there and start move higher. Either one of the two. That's what I want to see if I'm gonna go long from this CRT. No point there. S&P. Where's this at? Pretty much the same zone for both there. Okay. The rest of is pretty fresh. So I think I'm gonna give price a few more minutes to play up and down. It's 10:30 right now. At least FPGs are holding more bearish nature right now. This is definitely not a bad order block, but it's not my target audience. Right, we're waiting for the sweep to have gotten, which I'm really looking for top price to react around there. I also want to see how you price can destroy this FPG 5 minute wise. Let's see the exact volume of each zone. We have a lot of bearish volume, honestly. All our zones. Okay, they're very good. Let's see. I'm also waiting for the sweep on the low side, which is why I just went like just reduce my SL here because remember the last move that we took with the major move downward in once in like 20 minutes on gold. Then right after price just started to buy up. So I'm also looking at that potentially happening today. But I'll just reach this here, though. I'm gonna just close off everything here. Not really much to hold. Okay. So yeah. Because also in the other session yesterday, we pulled into this FEG right here and go just kind of holding this aggressively. So I want to see that I can still play through to the upside potentially. And it is also it is Friday, so I'm expecting some sort of Friday reversal. Usually on Fridays like this major reversal that happens. I'm just waiting on for that. Let's see. Nasdaq, we're just waiting for the the CRTs to actually be met. Just because of how we solved the session here, we start off with a manipulation wick on either side on the high and the low point. So I'm not really focusing on this range here until we get it's a clear day. So yeah, this is like the ideal day. We had good setups, but they weren't as clean as this start of the day. Even FOMC day, we kind of had to really struggle to get an entry with FOMC because there's like gap fills, manipulation wicks, 9-3 sweeps, everything that I don't really like to see. But we finally pulled back there during the meeting. But these days, just clear lower time frame you're just seeing a range, so you know you're gonna just trade the CRTs literally. So that's the first CRT they fulfilled. Let's see if we can get the second one here. Gold. Um, time is that? 10:15. All right. Okay. That's pretty good. 10:15 sweep. Okay. Just to swip the previous macro. And what is silver showing us? See if it's silver. Oh, silver is nowhere near as far as gold. Definitely, one is definitely lagging. And we're getting an SMT of these low points here. Right. Yeah, this low at 9:10, and we'll see on. Okay, so we are pulling back up here. See if this can hold. 2 minute time frame. I think I can wait 18 seconds for this to close above. Hmm. Yeah, double sweep CRT there. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of pretty much just breaking it. Okay. So now it's this movement here. Focusing on here. So probably here then. I guess. Hmm. How deep is the sweep on the 15 minutes? This is like a 15-minute turtle soup. Yeah, we're just playing with this break block, yeah. Holding up there. Honestly, price can play this FEG. Just stay. Cannot really happen yet because this can hasn't closed. But yeah, something like this for the second one. Can be bad. Okay. That's a double sweep. Okay. Eventually, okay, now we're seeing Isaac play a part in something. Okay, which is your T. Okay. Okay. Hmm. I want this to hold above your, as long as it stays around that area. Okay. Okay, now Nasdaq is Nasdaq is doing the sweep. We're gonna bullish sweep, which is good because honestly Nasdaq has been bullish the entire week. I don't want to go against that. And we finally swept that London low point there. That's a strong candle. I want to see if we can see if there's an impulsive break maybe where price is gonna try and come back up now and sort of like trouble the former sellers. Possibly move like that, but we need to see like a really good reverse trigger. I don't want to jump into it though. And see as I can. There's definitely a lot more movement today. A lot of decisions this week have been very slow. It's about like the first decision we've had. And besides the instant highs here, Nasdaq and S&P just moving one to one. Both get a sweep right now. Let's over Nasdaq chart. I see the 1 hour. Honestly, Nasdaq's bullish right now. He pushed up, yes, and then stripped again. They pushed up. I think it's like the real origin for this major move the upside now. Broke this high point finally. Let's see if price holds this. There's two ways that this candle can be reacted to. We can either have the move that kind of just starts to pull back up here from this massive lower, or we can just sweep this candle then start move higher. I don't want to. That's what I want to see if I'm gonna go long from this CRT. No point. S&P. Where's this at? Pretty much the same zone for both them. Okay. The reverse is pretty fresh. I think I'm gonna give price a few more minutes to play up and down. It's 10:30 right now. Yeah, these FPGs are holding more bearish nature right now. This is definitely not a bad order block, but it's not my target audience. Right, we're waiting for the sweep to have gotten, which I'm really looking for the price to react around there. I also want to see how you price into trade this FPG 5 minute wise. Let's see the exact volume of each zone. We have a lot of bearish volume, honestly. All our zones here. Yesterday's, what time is this? 11 o'clock. Yesterday's 11 o'clock FEG. And what o'clock, okay. Hmm, okay. All right. All right, gold. Yeah, gold just pull back up here. Today's just CRT, high to low point. But this is range markets. It just sees those at 0 points there. No, there's nothing on this thing. Um, let's make this a different color. On today, gold and Nasdaq are inversely correlated. So honestly, Nasdaq can keep on pushing down lower. So TC liquidation model. Yes. We haven't had a quick time to range it. Let's look at that positive CISD. And okay, cool. Either way, what the price do, what needs to do. I let's see if price holds this. There's two ways that this candle can be reacted to. We can either have the move where the candle just starts to pull back up here from this massive move lower, or we could either sweep with this candle there and start move higher. Either one of the two. That's what I want to see if I'm gonna go long from the CRT. No point, yeah. S&P. Where is this at? Pretty much the same zone for both there. Okay. The reverse is pretty fresh. So I think I'm gonna give price a few more minutes to play up and down. It's 10:30 right now. Yeah, these FEGs are holding old bearish nature right now. this was definitely not a bad auto block, but it's not my target audience, right? We were waiting for the sweep to have gotten, which I'm really looking forward to how price reacts around there. I also want to see if price can disrupt this FEG 5 minute wise. Let's see the exact volume of each zone. We're having a lot of bearish volume, honestly. All our zones here. We have yesterday's. What time was this? 11 o'clock. Yesterday's 11 o'clock FEG and auto block. Okay. Hmm, okay. All right. All right. Gold. Yeah, goes pull back up here. Today's a CRT high to low point. But this is range markets. It just sees those as 0 points there. No, it's something I'll just let this thing. Um, let's make this a different color. On today, gold and Nasdaq are inversely correlated. So honestly, Nasdaq can keep on pushing down lower. CRT sweep liquidation model. Yes. We haven't had a quick time to range it. Study that positive CISD. And okay, cool. Either way, whatever I do, what needs to do. Okay, so we're swing the FEG on Nasdaq. And also what I noticed is this little trend line that we created here. So might have a push up and then down to promote this, or if price does move quite well above here, I'll potentially look into this. Because it's just playing around at the highs here right now, so just watching that. And see some type of sweep here also on the bottom frame. tagging this video. Okay, average Nasdaq pulling back up on the serum. Let's look at S&P quickly. Right. Ooh, S&P looks clean. Oh yeah, no. So yeah, this is high risk. Okay. Okay, let's see 11 o'clock. Okay, now this week the zone. Then yeah, on Nas. Right. What is the index for gold here? That's also Nasdaq. So zero there. Then want this to I'm forgot the change state. Want this to be broken, but we just return to the range also at 11 o'clock. So still very sits the variant. Now watch it. And these are the perspective zones. Oh, no, that's wrong. Inputs. Okay. So yeah, that's an impulse recovery move we're looking for on Nasdaq. So the data. I had an image of the potential stuff we have today. It was premium resources. Yeah, so it's something similar to this that we're trading today. Space yeah. So yeah. Same type of schematic, okay? Impossible move happening at 9 o'clock, going towards 10 o'clock. This is also Nasdaq, but it starts dumping down. And then right after, starts to pull back up. So we're trying to trade this pullback up here of this CRT here. Yeah, pretty similar trade that we took. This was a while back also. That's November 29. That's the impulse recovery there. So that's what we're trading over here on Nasdaq. We're gonna see this can also follow through. Okay. Yeah, so we just need to stay above there on Nasdaq and only price this thing there. Okay. Okay. There we go. There's Nasdaq. see price to balance for you. Uh, so what do we have so far in terms of checklist? We have the CRT sweep, chart sweep, liquidation model, quick return, relative quick return, CISD. On that, yeah, we did close above. Let's see if we can hold this break block. Okay. What was it resisting at this area? I'm gonna close some more on gold. Stock between gold and silver today. Yeah. Not really any movement today on silver. Gold is silver and gold on the moon, but Nasdaq and S&P are 1 to 1 right now. I thought Nasdaq that'll pretty much be done for the day. Gold's going a bit of low time frame. I'll give them. We're going to see price fall down to the 11 o'clock macro low. Possibly didn't pull back up again, but it's okay since Nasdaq and gold are inversely correlated today. So I mean, gold moving down, gold silver, Nasdaq moving up. Then we're just trying to find a balance between the two right now. We'll just see how it plays out. Okay. Have risk Nasdaq pulling back up on the serum. Let's look at S&P quickly. Right, 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 right. Ooh, S&P looks clean. Oh yeah, no. So yeah, this is half risk. Okay. Okay, that's 11 o'clock. Okay, now disrespect this zone. Then yeah, on Nas. Right. What is the index for gold here? That's also Nasdaq. So zero there. Uh then want this to I haven't fully got the change state. You want this to be broken above. We just returned to the range also at 11 o'clock. So Silver sits the variant. Now watch it. And these are the perspective zones. Oh, no, that's the wrong inputs. Yeah, that's so end of the week. Yeah, no, gold definitely covered up for this, both the high and the low sweep. It's really good. But yeah, that's how we're gonna end of the week there, guys. So Fall candle on Nasdaq also is more on the bearish side here. I hadn't really didn't really pull back like I wanted to pull back, but I guess this move also wanted to happen. That's what I wanted to do today. But I definitely do see this bias higher for Monday, Tuesday, coming into next week.